And now, the richest of the rich. It is no secret that a lot of people in Congress are richer than most Americans. Tonight, though, we are learning more about the mega millionaires strolling the halls of Capitol Hill. Roll Call just released its annual list of the 50 wealthiest lawmakers, and the top three are, drumroll please, there he is. Apparently, he's been climbing up there for a while. Anyway, net worth of the smiling Darrell Issa, $355 million. He made his fortune originally by starting a car alarm company from scratch. In second, Texas Republican Congressman Michael McCaul, worth $114 million. His wife is married to the founder of Clear Channel. It's his daughter. And rounding out the top three, Democratic Senator Mark Warner of Virginia. He was the founder of Nextel, which is where his money came, the $96 million. We put investments as all of it because once you get to a certain level of wealth, that's where all those people's money come from. But it was the origination that fascinated us. The man who ran the numbers is Adriel Bettelheim. He's the senior editor for Roll Call. He's out front with radio show host Stephanie Miller and Mediaite's Joe Concha. All right, Adriel, thank you so much. This was pretty fascinating, and I like how you designed the list. I encourage people to go online because you can sort by all kinds of things: gender, House, Senate, party. But in the top three, 2 Republicans and 1 Democrat. And most people will go, oh, yep, that's the way it should be. Republicans are rich, right? And when you look at the top 50, I know it was pretty evenly split. But in the top 10, oh, it was not evenly split, not at all.
No, I mean, it goes back and forth depending on the election cycle. After the health care overhaul was enacted, the Republicans managed to recruit some wealthy doctors to run. This year, there's more Democrats than Republicans. So there's not really a consistent trend over several election cycles, but one thing's for sure, both parties really like to recruit wealthy people who can finance some or all of their campaigns.
Yeah, pretty interesting. I mean, and to make that top 10, I know Dianne Feinstein at number 9 was 42 million, so it was right around 42 million, you know, to even make that cut. I mean, these people are incredibly wealthy. But, you know, of the top 3, Adriel, that we just mentioned to viewers, 2 of them were self-made originally, right? When you look at Darrell Issa and you look at Senator Warner starting their own businesses. But that does not seem to be the case. Actually, overwhelmingly not the case on your list for most of them.
That's right. Most of them either married well or they inherited the money. And, you know, there are some interesting new figures who've come in. And like I said, yeah, they have made fortunes. We have an internet entrepreneur, Jared Polis from Colorado, a fellow who was a commercial lender from Maryland. But the vast majority didn't get it through their salaries. Many of them had government jobs that, frankly, didn't pay so great. And now, even in Congress, while they get pretty good salaries, these figures don't quite match up.
Well, you're not going to blame anybody for marrying well, all right? Fine. You know, these guys are good politicians. They know how to marry. I'm obviously just joking. But does it surprise you, Joe, the party breakdown, that when you look at the 10 wealthiest people in Congress, where the cutoff's about 40 million bucks, 7 of them are Democrats?
Party of and for the rich are Republicans, right? Well, not on this list. But if you look at Darrell Issa, he blows everybody away, and he's a Republican from California at number 1.
Yes.
He is fascinating to me because at 17, he didn't have a lot of money, so he stole a Maserati. He's like a Danny Ocean thief. Like, if I'm going to steal, I'm going to have good taste about it, right? So what's cool about him is even though he's worth $350 million, he also donates all of his salary, $174,000 to charity. I looked it up and I looked it up and I couldn't find too many members of Congress that actually do this. And if you want to score easy political points, you want to donate to the ASPCA, you know, American Kennel Club, I'm obviously a dog lover, just donate the thing because you're worth $40 million anyway. You're not going to miss it and everybody's going to love you for serving the public without taking any money.
It's true. When I look through these numbers, Adriel, it does surprise me that some of these guys don't do that. When Joe says it, it's sort of one of those, duh, don't you wish some of these guys thought of that? But Stephanie, when I looked at the women's breakdown of Adriel's list, only 9 women made the top 50. And of those women, only 1 did not, according to Adriel's analysis, inherit or marry into wealth. Representative Susan Debeen of Washington. That's kind of amazing. Only 1.
Well, I mean, you know, I think you're right. There's different reasons to pick out things, and I am with your previous guest that Darrell Issa just springs to mind on how brilliant is it to be a car thief and think of a car alarm company. I think that's certainly should be rewarded in our society. And I think we also, you know, Aaron, I know that, you know, you're a do-gooder. Many of the people on CNN give to worthy causes. Let's really take a moment to feel bad for number 2, Mr. McCaul, who fell to number 2 because his wife's paper assets were only, you know, were worth $50 million, but had to be, you know, valued at less. And so he has to be content with number 2 now. And I think we maybe should do a canned food drive tonight, something. Don't you think?
Sure, he's heartbroken. Thanks very much to all three of you. We appreciate it. And of course, check Adriel's list out. It's pretty neat. All the background you can read about these guys and actually how they invest their money too. Well, it's time for something we call the